Judiciary Committee member and former Circuit Court Judge, Congresswoman Laurel Lee. Welcome, Congresswoman. How would Laken Riley or Rachel Morton still be alive even if the Senate bill had passed? That's what I don't get. How would they still be alive?
Well, that's exactly right. So on his first day in office, Joe Biden made the deliberate decision to reverse President Trump's policies that we knew were working and had secured our southern border. Since then, every day that he's been in office, he's made the same choice, not to go back to remain in Mexico, to carry forward with this asylum process that allows these criminals into our country and puts Americans at risk. This news this week just continues to underscore the threat to our country and the nature of some of these people who are coming in. New reporting that a group with ties to ISIS is smuggling people across our southern border is consistent with the behavior and the actions of this administration from the outset. House Republicans passed the strongest border bill in a generation over 400 days ago that sits still on Chuck Schumer's desk, waiting for the Senate to take action and for the president to sign it into law.
All right, this issue came up last night. Let's listen, and I'll ask you about it on the other side.
That was part of this deal we put together, this bipartisan deal. He called his Republican colleagues, said, don't do it. It's going to hurt me.
There have been many young women murdered by the same people he allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world.
You know, I actually thought the moderators did a good job last night, but a really appropriate follow-up question a good lawyer like you would have asked, well, exactly how would the children who have been killed or raped be unharmed had this Senate bill passed?
It would not have. And everything that he is saying and doing right now is too little, too late. This was a deliberate choice by President Biden from the beginning to try to appease the radical left and immigration interest groups instead of prioritizing American national security and the safety of the American people when it comes to his southern border policy. FBI Director Christopher Wray has been trying to sound the alarm to the American public and to Congress about the incredibly heightened threat environment we are facing right now because of our failure to secure the border and the fact that we now have millions of people. We know, you're absolutely right. He wants to say, well, it's not 400. Well, how many is okay? How many people with ties to ISIS is okay? We already know there are hundreds with ties to the terror watch list who've gotten to our southern border. So there's absolutely, it can't be overstated, the threat to our overall security because of these millions of people. And we don't know who they are. We don't know where they are. And the Biden administration has no plan to remove them from our country. And it goes back to just a basic enforcement of our laws. They've been tying the hands of local law enforcement, even in the states who want to pull these people into custody and deport them as they should be, as is consistent with our law. So it has to stop. Biden and Mayorkas have lost all trust and confidence from the American people, and rightfully so. And we're just going to have to fix this at the ballot box because it is clear he will not take the action he needs to put a stop to this.
Yeah, Joe Biden has been in office, I'll bet you, longer than you have been alive. So the fact that he is waiting until just a few months before an election to get serious about the border, all to tell people just how unserious he is. Congresswoman Laurel Lee from the great state of Florida, thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Great to see you, Trey.